All right. You guys ready to go to Estonia?
Yeah.
We're here in the new studio. We got a green screen that makes us look like we're in Jamaica, but oh no, wait, no, that's real. Shit.
Real.
So,
It's real.
We are in Jamaica. No way.
yeah, a proper background for the country that we're about to go to. But yeah, so this episode we're going to Estonia. We're out here by the pool, just discussing some Estonian things. So, what do you guys know about Estonia? What's your impression of it? Do you know anything about it, or how do you guys feel about it?
I don't know a whole lot. It does always. I have to be reminded that it's way up north Europe, because Estonia sounds like it's Middle Ages or not Middle Ages, but like Stone Age. Obviously, Estonia. So you think like rocks and desert.
They
and
just invented the
middle of
wheel.
nowhere.
That's what.
What?
Matt's thinking they just invented the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it was the birthplace of the stone wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is stones here. I don't know. I feel like Estonia is a smaller country that doesn't get a lot of maybe recognition or hype, or maybe it has recently, but in general, yeah. I didn't really know a ton other than, I don't know, I guess just kind of the location and just a few things here and there. But Jason, have you...
Yeah, I mean, I know it's part of a former Soviet bloc, right? So it was part of the USSR. I don't know much about it before that. What their history was, or I know they have some attractive ladies there in this country. So that's pretty cool, and I'm sure some other really sweet things.
Yeah. Well, let's dive in a little deeper into
Find out more.
into Estonia. So, yeah, we already said, so it's a country in Northern Europe. Its capital is Tallinn. That's the main capital, but then it has two other cities that are kind of like the other main cities / kind of like rotating capitals, if you will. So there's Tartu, which is like the cultural capital. And then we have Pärnu, which is, I have here the summer capital, but I think in the summertime, maybe a lot of people go there. So, but Tallinn is like the main city, and that's where most of the people live. So
What
I
do you mean
think,
by like rotating capitals?
I mean, I think just like major cities. So like
Oh, okay.
for, if you go to Tartu, it's more of like the like historical cultural capital. Still very preserved, I guess. And then I'm not sure with Pärnu, summer capital, but maybe it's just where everyone goes for the summer to hang out. I don't really know, but Tallinn is the main city, and I think it's like a third of the country lives here. So most of the time, if we're talking about hanging out in Estonia, you're probably spending a lot of time in Tallinn. So the size, so it's about, I saw something, it was maybe about the size of New Hampshire and Vermont combined.
Jeez.
So not super big.
Right.
It's one of the smaller countries in Europe, and the population is about 1.3 million. So not a whole lot of Estonians out there. It's I don't know, comparatively, but I guess for CountryBoyz, it's one of our bigger ones. We're still hitting a lot of small fries, but yeah, 1.3 million.
Small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
Small but
And
mighty.
I think that's a good way to describe Estonia. It is
Okay.
small, but I think it is mighty in a lot of ways that we're going to find out about. So the language is Estonian, but it's similar to Finnish. So with them being like a former Soviet country, I think a lot of people speak Russian.
Mm-hmm.
English is also very widely spoken, but I think most people in Estonia at least speak Estonian and then Russian and English. But yeah, Estonian, it's not like Russian, it's like Finnish, which is like its own own language.
Its own branch on the
Yeah,
language tree.
its own branch. So
Right.
it's yeah. But the other thing I heard is that Estonians can understand Finnish very well, but Finnish might have a little bit of trouble understanding Estonian. So maybe like Portuguese and Spanish or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's probably even closer. I don't know.
I think it's always funny though when I hear those countries and they're like, we can understand them one direction, like but then reverse isn't true. And someone said it's because they don't want to sometimes. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, sometimes it's like so.
I think too, it's also the smaller countries have like media and influence from the bigger countries, and so
Sure.
they're
Yeah.
more used to hearing them speak versus the other way
Yeah.
around.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's a good point.
So the religion. So this is actually one of the least religious countries in the world. less than 20% of the country is religious. So it's like 80% atheist, I guess.
Wow.
And then the other 20%, I don't know, probably Eastern Orthodox or
Right.
some sort of Christian.
Right.
And the currency they use a euro. So
Nice.
that's the rundown. But I think overall, so I think this place is kind of like a miniature Finland. Like they're very close to Finland in a lot of ways.
So are they
Okay.
part of the EU then?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
part of the EU.
The euro? Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think it's closer to like Finland people than they are to like Russians.
Right. Interesting.
Which I don't know. You think it's so close to Russia, but I mean it is right across from Finland. So yeah, so let's go into the physical. So it's in Northern Europe on the Baltic Sea. So there's Russia to the east, Latvia to the south, and then Finland, which it doesn't border, but it's like a 45-minute ferry ride to Finland. So pretty close. We said Estonia, there is actually a lot of stones here, and they have more giant boulders here than anywhere in Europe.
Wow.
So I don't know if the name actually comes from stones, but it is crazy that they just have, like, by chance, they just happen to have stones.
I mean, there's no way it's coincidence.
I don't know. I mean, but in Estonian, I don't think stone is the same word as it is in English.
That would be a question, yeah.
So I don't know. That's something we need you guys to figure out.
Maybe
Is
we
it named after the stones?
After Estonia.
Yeah. I don't know where the name came from, but they do have like these giant stones, and I also heard that they have the most craters per capita anywhere else. So yeah.
Do you think?
I think it's just a weird
meteorites, or is it just
Yeah, so it's meteorite craters.
Craters, yeah, I would assume.
I think it's just a coincidence. I think it's just God playing tricks on us and saying, "Oh, you want to call it Estonia? I'll give you some stones."
Coming up.
But yeah, I don't know. There is a lot of meteors, some big like giant boulders. So
Yes, that's what God's thinking. He's going to start throwing meteors at this tiny little New Hampshire-sized country.
the New Hampshire and Vermont, all right.
Whatever.
So geographically, it's super flat, super forested. It's one of the most like per capita most forested countries, and it's like a lot of lakes and ponds. So think flat, think some swamps, some bogs, some forests. But
Little Florida action, huh?
Was thought.
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, maybe. But there's also like 15,000 islands. So off the
Okay.
coast, it's
15,000?
yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot for a tiny country, and I think there's a lot of like probably just
Right.
tiny little
Yeah.
like I mean, maybe the size of this backyard could be an island. I don't know,
Right.
but 15,000 is crazy.
Yeah, it's still a lot, especially for a small country.
So yeah, so when you're there, you're out in the forest. If you get outside of Tallinn, let's say where a third of the country lives, you're forest, flat, bog, swampy, but I don't know. It looks cool. It looks like it's got some cool landscape. But yeah, no spelunking probably in Estonia.
I'm okay with that.
So yeah, that's the physical. Not a whole lot, but just flat forests and bunch of lakes and ponds and islands.
Sounds nice so far.
All right, so let's get into the history of this place. So this place does have a crazy history. It's kind of gone through a lot, we'll say, but so back in the day, so like the people from here, there were old Estonians. They go back a long way, but one thing I saw, they did have Estonian Vikings that lived on an island, and the other Vikings were like scared of these Estonian Vikings for some reason. So they had Vikings. I think a lot of the history of Estonia was just kind of passed back and forth between bigger conquerors, bigger countries. But they were controlled by the Danish for a while. They were controlled by the Germans for a while, and then the Swedes. So it was kind of passed back and forth. And then in 1710, the Russians came in. They controlled it. And then I think in like the 1850s, the Estonians had like a cultural awakening where they're like, we gotta go back to our roots and kind of define what our people are. That brings us to World War I. We just skip a little bit and
Quite a bit.
skip just a little bit. German, Danish, Swedish.
Things happened, and then
some shit
World War
happened.
I.
And then World War I. The Russians came in, and they took over. They were occupied for the Russians for a while. They were forced to fight the Nazis, so there was kind of like one of the battlegrounds, I guess, for like in between kind of Germany and Russia. So got pretty tore up, I guess, around then.
That makes sense.
And then the Nazis took over. Now we're in World War II. Took over in 1941. And then a huge amount of, I think they still have like I forget what the ratio was, but it's like a super high female to male ratio because so many males died in World War II fighting the Nazis. So, yeah, it might be like, because I think in general there's more women than men. It's just like,
I think it's like just barely, but it's like 51 to 49 in most.
yeah.
51% to 49%
So
in most.
here it's either even or it might be like 60-40 or something. I don't know. It was something crazy where they have like a disproportionate population of women to men. And then this brings us to
1997. Oh, no.
close, 1987.
Okay.
So one of the things, and this is like one of the big things that Estonia is known for, is they started this singing revolution. So basically, like, as the Soviet Union was starting to crumble and people like countries are starting to break away, the Estonians did it by singing, and they basically gathered in huge groups, and it was almost like a third of the country all gathered together, sang, and I guess it was over, I don't know, from like 87 to 91.
They sang "We Are the World" nonstop, and people are like, "Please fucking stop!"
Well,
and they're like,
yeah,
no, not
exactly.
until you give us what we want. And they're like, all right.
They gathered, I think also maybe too, Latvia and Lithuania, but they all gathered and just like that was their way of protesting. And finally the Russians were like, all right, you can have it. But yeah, so 1988 I think was the biggest. It was like 300,000 people, so 20% of the population. They just all gathered in protest and sang some songs, and that basically like got them to their independence.
Were they all
So-
singing the same song at the same time?
Yeah. But the crazy thing also with Estonia is they have like 130,000 folk songs. It's like the most
Damn.
folk songs per country.
capita?
Per capita probably, but I feel like this place has like so many per capita things. But yeah, 130.
Estonia punches above its weight.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's fighting that way
They're,
above its weight class.
They're definitely yeah, fighting up. But dude, 130,000 songs and just singing those like nonstop to get your independence is pretty wild.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a breakaway, but now I'm kind of thinking of one. What song would you sing if you were under oppression and you wanted would it be like an annoying song? Would it be like an uplifting song? What would the song be if
Yeah,
you
would
were
take the torture?
Yeah,
route
exactly.
and
Would it be like Guantanamo Bay of just like Mambo Number 5? We're just gonna sing that nonstop.
Black Eyed Peas song?
Yeah. What's like the best?
Or to be like a Rage Against the Machine song?
But it was something where the Russians are just like, you win, and to beat the Russians by singing,
In
like
song,
that's pretty
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
because the Russians can't sing, so
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. That's true.
maybe like opera or something, but
yeah, I guess that's fair.
But yeah, I don't know. What would the if you were leading this Estonian song revolution, what would the song that you'd be like, this is what's going to take them down?
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Crazy Town?
Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like after 5 minutes, I'd be like, just fucking take your country. I don't care.
You made 5 plays after 25 minutes of Crazy Town.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
I
if
mean,
they like edited the lyrics though? They'd be like, "Come my freedom, come my freedom, you my freedom, freedom, fly crazy,
It's a good song.
lady."
I think that's you should probably write that. And present
Okay,
it to
yeah,
some
maybe,
protesters and
yeah.
see if that'll work.
I guess second question: are you going the annoying route or the inspirational route?
Well, look, I can't sing, so
no,
I think
no. But
either route.
with that song, is it for annoyance or for inspiration?
Well, I mean, that's for
Because
both.
are you not like, come my lady, like come on baby, like
Come, my baby. No, singing it with your chest, kind of.
I guess I'm
and
asking.
your heart.
But
You're
I
singing
imagine
with your
even
heart.
if you are singing it with your heart, it's still going to get annoying to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like Fergie was singing with her heart, and it's still.
Oh, I would love to super kick Fergie. Like, I don't want to hurt the poor girl, but man, her singing,
Just play Fergie's rendition of the national anthem over and over again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Butterfly. It's Butterfly, right? The
I
song?
think that's what it's called.
And then
Yeah.
I think there's in parentheses. It's like Butterfly, Come My Lady, maybe is the whole title.
maybe.
We'll have to get our research team on
That's the
that,
first one that
but-
comes to my mind.
Yeah, it does seem like it has a parentheses, and
It's a
also
parentheses song.
R.I.P. to the guy from Crazy Town. But
Oh,
what
yeah,
what would
that's
what would your song be if you're leading the revolution that you're getting 200,000, 300,000 people to sing in unison to defeat the Russians?
To defeat the Russians? Shit, I don't know. I feel like I would pull like some Bob Marley things, to like at least
Uplifting
It was
to make them feel bad.
and like it's not that annoying. The most of the lyrics are pretty poignant and good, and I think as spoken word, even without music, it would carry. I think the Crazy Town, you're gonna need the tracks playing to get the people hyped.
You
So
get
that's
people in unison for that.
yeah. It's harder, I think, versus like Redemption Song.
What's the lyrics?
Or, Buffalo Soldier. I don't know, or
Yeah,
something.
no, I could see
fair.
that uniting.
Yeah, just everybody waving their hands.
I mean, they're pretty popular soccer songs. Like the crowds get into like an Ajax or whatever. Like I think that's what they sing is what is it? One Love. It's a Bob Marley song. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, you can definitely get a lot of people singing that together.
like I guess it also depends like what stage of the revolution are we talking about? Like maybe we would. I'm not a dubstepper, but maybe throw that in towards the end, just as like higher energy when the bass drops.
But it's
That's
got to
when
be
we
a
rush-
cappella.
That's
so
when we
it's-
rush the gates.
It's got to be something that everyone's singing.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
So unless they're scatting, like
I'm just thinking something where the PA system is there, and
and probably also
weaponize all the karaoke systems in the country.
I would say just with dubstep that Russians would probably enjoy that. Like they do love that like techno.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they want to party.
Yeah. that would just give them a reason to stay. But
Was that scene in Blade when they were playing Sandstorm? Was that in Russia? I feel like it was. When they were all and they're spraying the blood on them, and then Blade went in there and chopped them all up.
Where is
I don't know.
Anyways,
where is, like the Dracula vampire thing from?
Romania,
It's Romania. That's right. Yeah,
which
not Estonia.
not Estonia. I don't think they have vampires here. Let me check.
Well, Jeff, what's your choice for the song?
I mean, my initial thing, I think, so you're going the inspirational route. You're going the annoying route. I think I would probably go the annoying route too. And I don't know. I said Mambo Number 5.
Okay.
I feel like that. If everyone's just singing Mambo Number 5, like
Jeff
you'd get
wants
the
a
fuck out of
weaponized Lou Vega.
it's just I don't know.
You've reached your final form.
That just seems like the perfect song for.
I think we need to do that for karaoke sometime. I mean, we could start at the house or something like that. We don't need to do it in public, but
Yeah,
definitely kick up Mambo Number 5. Just see how many people leave.
I just feel like 300,000 people singing Mambo Number 5 on repeat would prevent any invader. They'd just be like, "Fuck this place, I'm leaving." All right,
I ain't ruling over this shit.
but yeah, I don't know. I feel like
You also got to sing a song that gets everybody together, right? Like, have you ever seen the live videos of people singing Oppa Gangnam Style in Korea? Like millions of people in the stadiums singing at the same time.
no.
It's wild. It's definitely wild.
Is it good? Is it like better than the?
Define better?
I mean, is it
It was
inspirational
wild to see.
from?
Yeah, no, it was wild to see the stadiums in Korea, like where there's like hundreds of thousands of people singing Oppa Gangnam Style at the same whoop whoop Oppa Gangnam Style.
I mean, I don't know. That,
Kind of getting me going a little bit right now. So I can see it. Yeah.
but yeah, no, I think those are all good picks. I think having maybe a mix, switch it up so they're annoyed and then they're inspired and then.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, no, it is crazy though that they actually
That worked.
it actually worked.
Was it more annoying because they were folk songs? Do we need to turn these into folk songs?
And I think for at least in this case, I think for the Estonian singing revolution, it was it wasn't that they were annoying. It was just like everyone was holding hands, singing together. And I think a lot of these songs too were like banned by the Russians because they were like, you can't be singing your like your historical songs. You're part of the Soviet Union. So I think it was more like inspirational than they're just like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I think they definitely took the inspirational route, but it was just more of like a protest that just kept going. And
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, another one I would play that maybe more the annoying song to get them is I feel like, and there's more annoying songs that I don't dislike this, but Informer by Snow.
Oh,
I feel like that would crush empires.
Dude, 300,000 people trying to do the Informer.
The licky boom boom there. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but yeah. I don't know what language that is.
Yeah.
Or what,
look your boom boom down.
And I feel like Snow's the only white guy who can rap that fast. If you have 300,000 Estonians, there's no way they're hitting those lyrics.
Yeah.
Are they a drinking population?
Yeah. So very much so.
Okay. It'd be slurred.
Yeah, it'd be very slurred and delayed.
Right.
But yeah, so that was the Estonian singing revolution that gained their independence. And then in 1991, they gained their independence. And then since then, they've been very...
And was this singing revolution, I've heard, was the basis for The Voice.
Yeah. What's the European one?
Yeah,
Euro Voice.
Euro, yeah. That's where some producers like, we got a show on our hands.
Dude, we're mining gold right now.
But yeah, I mean, I actually wouldn't be surprised if they got some sort of inspiration from that. But
I'm sure in general, just not having Soviet oppression makes you more inspired. You know, just for creativity and to do things in life and not getting shot and put in a grave.
Yeah. So since 91, I think of all the like former Soviet countries, they're one of the ones that's done the best for themselves as far as like innovating and doing a lot of things.
Look at Estonia really doing well for themselves.
So yeah, they're pushing boundaries. And it all started with.
What would you say the three are just Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania that you're comparing them to, or?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, scoff at any of their achievements or what they're doing. But.
Not even just those, but even like, I don't know, the stands that were all Russian controlled or Soviet controlled, and then like other Eastern European countries, and I guess this isn't really Eastern European, but like just comparatively, they've advanced a lot, and I think one of the things. So you said Latvia and Lithuania, which they're close to, but I think they kind of see themselves as like the other Nordic country because they're so close to Finland, so they kind of identify more with like Denmark, Sweden.
That's interesting, yeah.
But I think Latvia and Lithuania, like by borders, they're close with, but like culturally, they're maybe not as similar.
Okay,
so
interesting.
They're I think those countries are maybe more like Poland, where Estonia just like culturally and like linguistically and everything, like they're kind of like little Finland.
Makes sense.
So speaking of some of these cultural achievements, so they got really into tech at some point, probably I guess in the 90s. Apparently either someone from Estonia or someone in Estonia
contacted an alien.
Maybe all these craters are explaining something.
Like a more northern version of Wakanda, right? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
The white condo.
They've got vibranium, like shitloads of it, and they're not sharing it.
But yeah, so apparently Hotmail, Skype, and Kazaa all came out of Estonia or by
Hotmail.
I didn't know Hotmail.
I don't know if Hotmail. I don't know if it was like just Estonia or like somebody from Estonia was part of the development, but I don't know. It's somehow related to Estonia. But Skype, I think, is their main thing. I think Skype was like from Estonia.
All right, that's a big deal.
And so like if you go to Estonia, I think 99% of the country has Wi-Fi. So even if you're in these forests and bogs, you can check your Hotmail and Skype your friend.
Is Hotmail still around?
Yeah, dude, I still have my backup account.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe I don't. Maybe it's a Yandex account now.
I do see a lot of old email addresses. Like, there's people out there that still definitely have AOL addresses or whatever.
Oh,
I'm trying to think if I've seen Hotmail.
You were a big AOL Messenger guy back in the day, weren't you, Matt?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, not that I wasn't. No.
I was on Hotmail Messenger, but it never took off. And it was me and 3 other people.
I was going to say, talking to 2 other people.
2 people in Estonia. That's how I learned all this.
And then Kazaa, that was did that come...
Because I was a
LimeWire
music
type.
That was
service?
after
That was-
Napster.
okay,
Once
I remember
Napster got
that.
shut down, then Kazaa was
It was
like
a
the,
LimeWire,
Yeah, I
Kazaa
vaguely
era.
remember
Yeah.
using Kazaa.
Yeah.
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 Because
Once
we all needed our fix once Napster went down. We were just
We
like,
all needed our
give me
fix.
the illegal downloads.
Yeah, I'm hooked on this easy music lifestyle.
Right. I'm not buying anything.
yeah. And
I just wish, I don't know how things need to be work out for everybody, but I feel like the record labels are screwing the bands. You know what I mean? And they were making tons of money in the CD and the tape era. And then like Napster came along and they sued, and then the band still got screwed over. And then it was like, I feel like the musicians still, like, other than a few, have just been a sliding thing down since the 90s of like
yeah.
them making less money. So at least though in the record label era, they could make like, they had the money to like put bands on tour and push them and give them videos and all that. But
Yeah. It was definitely a completely different industry from
I mean,
even like from the Napster.
paying
era until now.
$19 at Sam Goody for a CD was brutal. You know what I mean? Like out the door to like,
That's where a lot of my money went.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I had
Buying
like
CDs at
I was one of those
Best Buy
dudes
and
with like the 300 CD books. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
It was almost full, and that
Yep.
was my flex at the time. And, like, pretty much anything other than that would have been a gold mine. But I could have gone hard into Pokemon or Magic the Gathering revised cards
The
and made
CD
a
discs.
pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
living. If I had a bunch of Magic the Gathering dual lands from back then and just like held them all, dude, I'd be fucking sucked. Like, it's so weird. Like, nope, that was the answer. 8th grade you should have gone hard into Magic the Gathering cards, but
Yeah,
you
we-
fucked up.
We all thought CDs would still be around, and bad investment.
Did Kazaa get? I mean, do we know?
Is
did
it still
Kazaa get
around?
sued
Can
to
we go-
oblivion like everybody else did? Like,
I don't know.
Can we torrent a Kazaa on Kazaa later?
I don't know what happened to Kazaa. I just remember
It was
it was way worse than Napster, and just like tons of viruses.
was
So
it before LimeWire? I'm trying to think.
it was right
It
around.
was
It was,
same
it was
era.
the same time as
Same time.
There's
LimeWire.
another one. I
I'm
feel like
trying
there
to
was one
remember.
more too, right?
Yeah, they're definitely
that
there were
that's
a
a big
couple,
deal.
but yeah,
It was like a Wild West there. Like Napster went down, everybody was on that, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, there's like these other pages, and like
And
everybody
everybody was.
trust them. Can you get the music that you're looking for on there? Like you download. And
yeah, no, and you couldn't
Viruses
trust them
on your
Yeah,
because
you totally couldn't trust them, and the names wouldn't be the
burn
thing.
your
It'd be
parents'
like
compact USA
super
computer.
rare Weezer. Totally wasn't super
Yeah.
rare Weezer, Chuck.
Right. Yeah, no, that's interesting. Different conversation for a different time.
Different conversation.
yeah. So you know what? Maybe fuck Estonia if they came up with Kazaa, because
Hey,
they
hey.
gave us all viruses and. No, I'm just kidding. But
Got us ready for Y2K though.
so one of the other
Right,
things
let's
that
pass it.
yeah, it did prepare us for Y2K. Or no, actually, Napster was, I think, still around Y2K. I feel like Kazaa era was like
Yeah, yeah.
2001.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, something like that.
It's all kind of muddled to me at this point, but
Yeah.
Whatever year Saint Anger came out. No.
Yeah. It's the first download I had on Kazaa. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I had a friend and that was his favorite Metallica album, and I'm like, man, it's like you could have said Black Album, and I would have thought it was better than that choice, but man, that was like the worst.
All right. So you mentioned it at the beginning. It's a hotbed for
Models?
attractive people. So yeah,
Okay.
they do have the
Good.
highest.
Big swimming pool of good genes.
They do have the highest number of fashion models per capita.
Nice.
So another per capita stat for Estonia.
Interesting.
They're apparently the third tallest country, maybe behind.
Why?
I'd like to breed a little bit of that into my genes. That'd be nice. A little.
I think that whole area, like Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. I remember hearing something where it was like the Prussians, which was like northern Poland, would get all their soldiers from there, and they were like way taller than everybody else. So. But I think the Dutch are still the tallest.
It is all Viking
Yeah.
related, right? Like size mattered more and big dogs.
Yeah. And then another kind of crazy fact is they have the highest number of single parents.
Oh.
So I think because they're not really religious,
And they're fierce warriors.
They're
They
just
don't
like-
need mates.
like marriage isn't a big thing. So you just kind of raise the kid and then people come and go. But they're just very, I feel like Estonians are kind of just nonchalant about everything. It's like, yeah, whatever. Like they have that attitude. So yeah.
Is that a? Not that you would know. Is it like a where they're having children without being in a relationship, or is it like a? Is there a high divorce rate?
No, I think they just don't get married because they're not, they see marriage as like just kind of a religious thing. They're just
Right,
like, we'll
right.
stay together and
Not
then
religious, yeah.
we'll leave. But it's like, yeah,
Interesting.
they're not, they don't see marriage as like a necessary thing for the
Right.
most part. So let's go into the food and drink. So we already said the drink. So they do have a lot of like super cheap vodka, very high vodka consuming country, being close to Russia, Finland.
Do they produce a lot of vodka? Is there some good Estonian vodka brands?
There probably is. I don't know of any, but
I'm sure that they import some, obviously, but there's a lot of competition for vodka in those parts of the world.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they produce as much just because it's not as like agricultural as like because you need a lot of potatoes or whatever you're fermenting it from. But
is that the number one thing for vodka? Is potatoes or generally? I feel like it comes up for me.
Corn.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it can be anything.
Like Tito's is corn, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
I feel like they advertise that.
It's just whatever. Like vodka is just a neutral spirit, so it's just whatever you're getting.
It's a Switzerland of spirits,
pretty much. But it's like it doesn't matter if you get it from potato or corn. Like you're not going to taste the difference. It's just kind of like
it's so essential.
It's just alcohol.
Yeah.
Like
right.
And it's more like how you filter it in the water and stuff. But the actual starch that you're getting it from, it's just I don't think it imposes much of like the taste.
Yeah. Interesting.
But other than the drinking, the other stuff, so like blood sausages, a lot of meat and potatoes kind of
Blood
country.
sausages?
Damn.
What is a blood sausage?
It's like meat, but then it's got a lot of blood.
It's just more on the bloody side of it.
Oh, I mean, it's like blood. So like it's like black because it's all just like congealed blood.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I had maybe tried a blood sausage once and wasn't too big a fan, but it's probably an acquired taste if
I
you're
didn't really know it was a thing. Yeah.
lingonberries, herring.
Damn, I've been playing Valheim, and those blood sausages are in there, and lingonberry, maybe not lingonberries. No, yeah, they are. Cloudberries are in there.
Is that it's like a Viking?
It's a Viking fruit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it's really hard to find unless you know where. That's like finding truffles. You know, like unless you're local, you have a truffle pig or the cloudberry. You know, whatever animal finds cloudberries, but.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe at IKEA they have like some lingonberry flavored stuff. But yeah, you don't really see a lot of lingonberries
No.
in our part of the world.
No.
But yeah, I don't know. Food and drink, I don't think there's...
Lingonberry boys, you must not be from around these parts.
I don't think there's a ton of stuff to write home about the food and drink. But apparently the vodka is cheaper here because it's, I guess, the prices are controlled by like the country. So... you can get it pretty cheap. And I guess a lot of Finnish people like go to Estonia to buy their liquor. So probably
good tax structure,
pretty
for
affordable
liquor.
if you're trying to drink some vodka. But yeah, not too much on the food and drink side. So then let's go into the activities. So what are we going to do once we're here? After we're eating blood sausages and drinking vodka.
Buy a pretty lady some blood sausage and some vodka shots, and then go out dancing.
Yeah. So one of the activities, and this was a pretty crazy one. It's called keeking, which is like, and I guess it's kind of a big activity, or like, I don't know. I don't really know how big it is because it doesn't seem like this would be that big of a thing, but it's like swinging on this swing, but trying to go like 360 degrees all the way.
Like we all did when we were on a playground.
Yeah, but we always try, but no one actually went over
No.
That was always the goal, but you never did it. And I feel like if you did, you'd just fall right down on the center pole.
I do remember very, very, very vividly. I think it had to have been fourth grade or whatever. I got up as basically as high as I could, and then like it was an attempt to jump off and land, like because that was always also the thing.
Yeah,
like, you wanted to jump off at the highest point and like land.
Yeah,
and I remember getting up to that spot and then just falling face flat on the dirt, like wind knocked out of me.
Oh, yeah.
It was very, very vivid memory.
I'm pretty sure I have the same memory, but yeah, no,
I'm sure we all did it.
That was always the coolest thing, is like getting super high and then seeing like how far you could jump.
Right.
It's like
that was like a big flex in like
watching
the third
gymnastics when they don't stick the landing and the 1 foot moves, and I'm like, still pretty fucking good, But like then they're like, nope, 8.9.
What about face first? Is that pretty good?
I don't think that's good. No,
But going all the way around is crazy.
I've never done that.
That's-
No, dude, I don't.
No. I don't think anybody had the balls to do that.
And
No, or
I
the
think these are
physics.
Surely it was
No.
possible.
Surely, if someone's pushing you who's strong,
Yeah. Yeah. It had to be like an adult or something.
An
like that. There's no
adult.
adults.
and
doing
it'd
that.
also have to be like a really small, like on a regular size swing. There's no way. Like you'd lose momentum at the top and just hit your like.
Jeff's gonna show. He's gonna add a chart. He's gonna show like the physics of like as you get up here above it.
I feel like we just need
How
to
much
go
energy
this
you
weekend
need.
and find a playground and see if we can do it, and then post that into the video.
But yeah, I don't know.
On a swing set, and we're gonna just a big giant dude, to push you. See?
But I think with this, like, I think it's like a
Person.
sport, but I don't think it's like your regular playground swing set.
No, there's no way.
I think it's like a specialized
Right.
swing or something. So yeah, so that was one thing that kept coming up.
Keeking.
Yeah, Kiiking.
Kiki, do you love me?
So we already said if you're here, you're probably going to be in Tallinn. So in Tallinn, there's an old town. It's like an old medieval, it's preserved medieval town. That's supposed to be one of like the more, I don't know, kind of picturesque medieval towns.
Oh, I saw some of the pictures before we started. It all looks very architecturally beautiful, kind of like with Finnish influence, but Russian. Some of the Russian architecture, like the bulbous,
Like the
kind of buildings
dome,
that you
yeah.
see. Yeah, that sort of.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's very much like that. And then also because they've modernized so much, it's like there's modern architecture,
Right. Yeah,
historical,
looks
kind of medieval. Yeah, a mix of like traditional medieval and like Russian.
A nice stew of architecture.
Yeah, like a nice blood sausage of.
Blood sausage stew.
Yeah. So then some of the other things. So they have a KGB museum in Tallinn, which goes into the inside of Estonia's fight for independence. And I don't know. I feel like that'd be cool. KBG museum and how the Estonians, I don't know.
Tricked them.
them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They ain't tricking if you got it, they say.
They do have an underwater prison somewhere
Okay.
where you can
For
dive. You can dive into. So
mermaids.
you can scuba dive here.
Oh, Jeff's not a fan.
I mean, I've already come around on the scuba diving
That's fine.
thing from then, but especially going through an underwater prison, that would be like the reason to go scuba diving for
To
me.
learn how to
wild.
scuba.
I'd rather go through like an underwater prison than just go see some
Stupid ass turtles or something.
turtles
So if
or
you were to go scuba, you want to see like like a ship or like a sunken ship.
yeah,
or
like a
something.
ship,
Yeah.
Gold.
a prison, something cool.
relics,
Angry
stuff like that,
starfish.
I just don't want to see the same old run of the mill fish or whatever.
He's not a fan.
So yeah, I don't know. That seems pretty cool. They have Lina Hall, which is like an empty relic from the Moscow Olympics, I guess. But that was another thing that was coming up. And then I don't know what this is, but to Hollow Witch's Well, a disappearing geyser attributed to witchcraft. I don't know.
Wait, so like when dudes disappear, it's because of witchcraft?
I think it's like a geyser that only
geyser.
that
Geyser,
only
okay.
comes
They're
out at
saying
some point.
guys are.
No, yeah. Geyser.
Geyser.
Yeah, I don't know. Disappearing. Maybe we'll put it up here, but I wrote it down. I don't
So they have a
remember what it
geyser
was.
That's magical,
Yeah, it's
but evil magical.
but apparently it's attributed to witchcraft, whatever
Okay.
whatever that means. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's way more else to do. That's just some of the stuff.
Hit us up in the comments with some
Yeah.
really cool other things to do. And so
There's obviously way more, but I feel like if you go here, you're probably going to Tallinn for a couple days, maybe going out into the nature, into the bogs and
Couple days.
the forest, and then
How many days would you think is a good vacation amount there in Estonia if you were to stop?
I'd say 4 or 5, maybe.
Okay.
If you do that, and then do some wilderness, do some Tallinn, and then maybe go to Tartu, the cultural capital, or Parnu, the summer capital.
Okay.
But yeah,
What about any of those islands that are notable? Or is that
I don't know. I think there's a lot with the islands, but
that's a whole nother trip, maybe?
yeah, maybe once you're there, someone's like, dude, you got to go to the island. But yeah, I don't know. same thing where it was like a lot of the same stuff kind of was coming up. And I think a lot of the people who were making videos or making stuff about Estonia, it was all just like things to do in Tallinn. So
Right.
I feel like there is
Fuck
a lot
those
to do.
videos and those people.
Yeah.
Watch this video.
Yeah. Watch this
Maybe
and then
those
tell
ones
us.
too. Maybe
Yeah, I don't know. So I think overall it seems cool. It does seem like there's a lot of stuff.
No, take travel advice from these three guys who have not been there.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, don't listen to the people who have been there. They don't know what they're talking
They don't know
about.
what they're talking about. They want to hurt
They
you.
don't know about Tuala's
They don't love
witches
you the
well.
way we
Those are all
love you.
AI generated videos, and
Dude, there are so many AI generated videos that have the same like top 25. It's
like particularly of Estonia.
no,
or
just
like in
every
general?
country.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
country that I'm trying to
Yeah, I imagine.
it's like the exact same like thing, but yeah. I don't know. I would say Estonia seems pretty
it's much
cool.
more accessible,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
right there. It's near a lot of the countries that you would, culturally want to visit, like, like Finland or whatever, like Romania and stuff like that. That's right there.
And I think, yeah, you could do a lot in a small country. You could get out and see a lot. And there's probably a lot of
Probably accessible by train.
Things to
like,
find.
Take a long train trip.
Am I going to get nabbed up by some Russians if I'm there? Like, how's
No,
that?
it's super safe.
Okay. Or anybody, like some bad, people.
no,
I don't know
I
why
think
they would
overall
want me,
it's
but-
it's
Put you on a
like
Skype video and
Yeah, they want to Skype me.
Hold you-
and you have Wi-Fi
notice
everywhere in the
Skype
country, so
anymore,
you
they
can
can't see your hostage video like that.
They want me to watch my own held hostage video so they can get the money from the views.
They're gonna film it on Skype and then upload it to Kazaa.
yeah, and then send it to your Hotmail.
It's
and then-
going viral in Estonia on Kazaa.
Yeah, I'd say overall, I'll weigh in first. I'll say I'm definitely going to Estonia.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely go.
I think it being that small too, it's accessible where you could go around and yeah, it just seems really cool and interesting. And it also seems like there's a lot going on now where it's kind of like embracing a lot of like the, I guess, tech side too. So it's like a mix of like medieval and then there's, modern shit as well. But
somewhat modern country or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Be worth stopping to. Jason, you going?
Fuck yeah, I'm going, dude. Yeah, I'm
we had him
definitely
at
going.
the highest per
We
capita
had the
models.
models,
Yeah, we
and I've actually looked at flights to go here. It's like, I just need more money.
Was that before or after you heard the ratio?
No, it was before, but we have, or maybe we will have a Patreon for the CountryBoyz. And if you want Jason to go to Estonia, or all of us, of course, donate. I would love to go.
We don't have that Patreon yet, Jason.
We don't. No.
No, you need to watch. We need people to watch the YouTube videos to
Sure.
get shares up, and then we may have a couple.
Yeah, then it snowballs.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we get the women.
We'll send you there anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a
We use our trust fund.
GoFundMe.
Thank you. All right.
GoFund J.
Go fund.
Yeah, no, it does seem like a super cool country, and just even the city of Tallinn looks cool. I don't know.
It is nice to think of like some of the smaller countries that have this kick-ass major city. That if you only had so many days to visit it, not that it wouldn't be worth it to be there for a week, but that you can just go into the capital city or the main city, have a ton of fun, explore it a lot, and if you left the country, you'd still feel like you didn't just go to one city. That makes sense.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
There's more to it.
Yeah.
You saw more than one city's worth, even though you only went to one city.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you could get around here, visit some of the other towns pretty easily. And it's pretty affordable from what I've seen and from everything. So it's like, it definitely seems like a super cool place. I don't know. I think we're coming up on our best of episode, and
Yeah, we gotta be getting close.
Estonia might be one of the front runners, honestly.
Oh yeah, real quick though, would we think that Justin and Champagne would they say yes to this country?
I think both would be all in for sure.
I think so. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I don't know how enthusiastic they'd be about it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it or whatever, but to each their own.
Specifically, I don't know, but in my heart, I feel like Champagne would say yes. Justin probably.
Yeah, I would assume.
I
so.
feel like more enthusiasm from Champagne than Justin on this one, but
Yeah, I
I
mean,
could see him liking this country a lot too.
Justin's our least. He's the
more
least
of a
likely to
homebody.
go,
He's the
but
homebody.
I think Justin would be a solid yes on this one. I'm going to speak for both of them and say, yeah, they're both in,
We'll find
which
out.
is a rare.
We're gonna say unanimous.
Next
rare-
time, next
rare
time we have
country
them on,
boy.
we got to come back to it. Ask the question, like, so what did you think? What did
Yeah.
you think of our episode?
I feel like he doesn't watch him sometimes, to be honest. Nah, he's busy. He's got things going on. You know, no judgment.
Yeah, well, we'll speak for them and say they're going. It's a unanimous.
Former Soviet bloc country, you've got a unanimous yes. And you were so much before and you're so much afterwards. So don't.
And
What song are we going to sing on the way?
Oh,
we'll
gotta
sing
sing a
one of
folk
their
song,
one of
right?
their traditional folk songs. We'll learn
okay.
it, and then
Not an American folk song, like some
and then we'll just sing it the whole time while we're there, so everyone gives us street cred.
knows we're down. Yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
All right, well, that concludes Estonia. Where next? Where are we going to go to next?
shoot. I don't know.
What
Where have
country
we?
have we not been to in a while?
So we were last before this episode in the Marshall Islands, and then I feel like we got to go back to Africa.
Yeah.
We still have a ton of African countries. So
Do you got one picked out for Africa?
no, but we'll just say we'll say I don't know, Eastern Africa,
Okay.
because I think the last African country we were in was Eswatini, which is in the
Yeah,
south.
yeah.
So
Like Eritrea?
uh,
Or that's
yeah.
like a good one, maybe. I don't know.
let's do there,
Or
because
something like that, I don't know.
I don't know anything about that place.
No, me either. I met a girl who was half Eritrean and half Swiss, and she was a really cool girl. And they were.
And I
they
think
were going
that's
to
one of
the
the-
Adele concert.
I think that's one of the smaller countries too. So it'll check the boxes. We've been to Djibouti.
Matt wasn't there for Djibouti,
I
which
missed
was
Djibouti.
weird because like one of the only episodes you've missed.
All right, so yeah,
We'll see you in Eritrea.
sounds good.
CountryBoyz out.